Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another first impressions and reaction video to a new Frontier Pass civilization. This is going to be a review of Byzantium. The video just came out today for me. I'm finally getting around to do it. It's a little bit late in the day, so hopefully this video gets you up either today or first thing tomorrow morning. But for any of you guys, hopefully it's not too late. But yeah, Byzantium, don't really know much about what they're going to put in here. I have no really preconceived notions or kind of pre-thoughts about it necessarily. So let's just jump right into the video.
Basil II leads Byzantium in Sid Meier's Civilization 6.
All right, Byzantium, or I guess just how she said Byzantium. Byzantium. I usually say Byzantium, but I guess it's Byzantium. I do want to start off by saying this guy looks totally cool. I like the way his look is. I mean, his angry eyes, his gray hair, big old flowing beard. I can only dream of having a big old bushy beard like that. This guy looks really good. I like him a lot already. And yeah, let's keep going.
A distinguished general and administrator, Basil reduced the power of the aristocracy, filled the empire's treasury, and expanded its borders. Byzantium's unique ability is called Taxis. It gives units additional combat or religious strength for each holy city converted to Byzantium's religion.
I thought she said taxis. But, okay, whatever. So more combat strength. Oh, it is taxis. It legitimately is. I see it now in the bottom right-hand corner. I don't know if it's a little bit faded out. Taxis. Okay. I'll have to go look that up, Google that to figure out what that actually means, because presumably it's not some dude driving around in a yellow cab. I mean, but no. So +3 combat strength. Let's back this up a little bit. Let's hear what she said again.
A distinguished general and administrator, Basil reduced the power of the aristocracy, filled the empire's treasury, and expanded its borders. Byzantium's unique ability is called Taxis. It gives units additional combat or religious strength for each holy city converted to Byzantium's religion.
Oh, for each holy city. Oh, okay. So really, I mean, he's going to be playing the religion game. Whether or not he's going to be playing the religion game to win a religious victory, maybe not. But his real target is to convert those holy cities. So maybe not necessarily have to get majority religion in all the cities. Just go convert the holy cities if you want to do that. I mean, obviously, it will help you with a religious victory as well, because your religious units are going to get increased combat strength themselves. So it definitely plays right into that. But if, say, you want to go combat with him, getting, let's say you got 3 or 4 holy cities, I'm assuming it's +3 per holy city. You count yours, it seems like, for sure. So that's going to be what, 12 right there. That's a pretty good combat strength advantage, and more if you continue to get some more of the holy cities. If you're playing on a big enough map, what is there, like 6? Usually on my standard maps, I think 6 religions. So that's 6 holy sites that or holy cities you can pick up for a total of what, +18, I guess. That's a pretty significant boost to your combat strength and for both your religious units and your military units. So let's keep going.
The ability helps power this conversion by spreading Byzantium's religion whenever an enemy civilization or city-state unit is defeated. Taxis also lets cities with holy sites earn bonus great profit points. Byzantium has 2 unique...
All right, so you get bonus great profit points. So that's going to help you get a great profit sooner and quicker, whatever. Obviously, past a certain point, pretty early in the game, that bonus doesn't help you anymore because you're going to get your religion, then you're done. But being able to get conversion or kind of religious pressure from killing any type of unit, is that what she said? Hopefully they give us the rundown here in a little bit that we can really walk through it line by line. But I think that's what she said. That sounds pretty incredible. It looks like he also has a Dromon and a Tagma. So he's got 2 different unique units. Is this what I'm reading here?
Units. The Dromon replaces the quadrireme, offers additional range, and receives additional combat strength against other units.
Additional range is huge. That low range for the quadriremes early in the game is very detrimental in a lot of ways. That's one reason why I very rarely run them, because a lot of times I feel like it just limits me too much. This is a really good unit. Having that extra range is going to make a huge difference. And obviously, more attack power versus other units. That sounds pretty good.
The Tagma replaces the Knight and grants nearby land units additional combat or religious strength.
Nearby land use, additional combat or religious strength. Again, playing right back into that thing of religious strength or combat strength, either or, and it really helps you go two very direct paths in your victory. You can either go religious or domination very, very clearly. And it's cool that it does both at the same time. So maybe there's a way you can kind of combo those, use your military units to kind of help you push your religion game or vice versa. So it's a very cool balance.
Byzantium's unique Hippodrome district replaces the entertainment complex, is cheaper to build, and provides additional amenities. When the Hippodrome and its buildings are constructed, they also grant a free heavy cavalry unit that does not cost maintenance.
Okay, let me back that up. I got to hear that again.
And provides additional amenities. When the Hippodrome and its buildings are constructed, they also grant a free heavy cavalry unit that does not cost maintenance.
What? That is incredible, because that presumably works the entire game. I mean, no matter at what point in the game you build that district or the buildings within it, which obviously building that district and being incentivized to build that district and its buildings is going to help you in any conquest or anything like that to really just stay, in a happy mood overall for your entire empire. But getting a heavy cavalry type unit that is no maintenance for free, I mean, modern tanks late in the game. I mean, come on, this is pretty incredible that it's really going to help you build out that army without spending production cycles on the army itself. Now, don't get me wrong, heavy cavalry is great, but it has its limitations at some point. So you're going to want a little bit of siege work, siege stuff, and you're going to want a little bit of infantry and things like that. But I mean, having a bunch of these heavy cavalry running around, kind of flanking around, doing whatever, that is really, really cool. Wow, I'm already liking this civilization a lot. This sounds like a lot of fun.
Basil's ability is called Porphyrogenitus.
All right, let me just back up just a bit so I can get that clear. All right, so here's the write-ups on all of these. I'm not even going to try to say what she just said. I am trying. Porphyrogenitus. Heavy and light cavalry units do full damage against cities following the same religion as Byzantium. Gain the Tagma unique unit when the divine right civic is okay. That's where he gets his Tagma is tied to him as a leader. So that's interesting. We've seen that obviously before. Full damage. Okay, so remember I just said, back it up, a few seconds ago, heavy cavalry have its very distinct limitations. One of those limitations that was coming to mind was their attack damage against cities. They just don't get the same benefit. Never mind. I should have just waited, because there you go. Heavy and light cavalry, both of them get full damage against cities. Well, in that case, you probably just aren't going to need infantry units, honestly, at all. I mean, there might be a usage for them somewhere, but really just siege or archers, or range units, and then heavy cavalry, light cavalry. I could also see on a map that has enough coastal terrain, use your Dromons and some heavy cavalry to kind of early in the game to kind of knock that out. Obviously, though, the Dromon is classical era, so by the time you get your Tagma, that is going to be less beneficial. But there's heavy cavalry early in the game as well, so, and light cavalry for sure. So that's going to be pretty interesting to balance that out. All right, cool. And then Taxis. Units receive +3 combat strength or religious strength for each holy city converted to Byzantium's religion, including Byzantium's holy city, which I saw that. That makes sense. Byzantium's religion is spread to nearby cities when an enemy civilization or city-state unit is defeated. And then +1 great profit points from the cities with a holy site district, which is awesome. Obviously, like, just put a whole bunch of holy sites early in the game, get your great profit knocked out as quickly as possible, and then go from there. There's a lot of beliefs in religions that help with, either religious combat or even military combat that I usually don't take, because if I'm going religion game, a lot of times I'm not doing the military stuff anyway, but I could see those come into play here with him. What I'm kind of getting stuck on, I'm not sure how this is reading. Byzantium's religion is spread. Okay. I think that's saying what I think it's saying, which is it's just religious pressure. You get religious pressure in nearby cities when an enemy civilization or city-state unit is defeated. What it's not saying, and I was kind of caught up on, is it's not instantly converted to Byzantium's religion when you kill a unit, because obviously that I would imagine that would be way overpowered. Kill one unit and then suddenly that city is completely yours. That seems overpowered. But just killing the units and slowly converting the city definitely helps out a lot. I mean, you're still probably going to need a few apostles or things like that to kind of swoop in and finish off those cities that you've killed a bunch of units around to kind of convert them right that way. But the interesting thing is you're going to want to convert the city before you start attacking the city. So go to war, attack the units, convert the city, and then attack the city. I think that's kind of the combo there. Okay. Tagma is a unique medieval era unit that replaces the knight. Land units within one tile receive +4 combat strength or religious strength. Man, that's just a lot of extra combat strength with the religion and the Tagma. A lot of religion and combat strength. That's gonna be very, very helpful. And then Dromon, Byzantine unique classical air unit that replaces the quadrine, has additional range and receives +10 combat strength against units. Just units. Doesn't say naval units. It doesn't say siege units or land units. Or it just says units. That's impressive. That's going to be kind of interesting to see. And then we have the Hippodrome. A district unique to Byzantium. Replaces the entertainment complex district and provides +3 amenities. Awesome. Cheaper to build. Makes sense. And when the Hippodrome and buildings in this district are constructed, receive a heavy cavalry unit. The free unit does not require resources when created or to maintain. That is insane. No oil, no horses, none of that stuff. This feels really strong. Like, am I missing something? Am I overreacting here? Or does this feel like a very cohesive, plays very, very nicely together, all these bonuses, except for the Dromon. The Dromon is the odd kind of ball out here, odd kind of, odd duck, if you will. I don't know. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's good to have the extra range to combat against units. You know, that's cool. But it doesn't really flow quite as well with the rest of this. But the rest of them just play really, really nicely together. I'm liking it.
Unitos. It allows heavy and light cavalry units to do full damage against cities following the same religion as Byzantium. Byzantium's focus is on an offensive, military, and religion-centered game, with abilities designed to create synergies between the two. If you want to pursue a religious victory, don't neglect your military, as your religion spreads to nearby cities when you defeat an enemy unit. Similarly, if you're aiming for a domination victory, prioritize converting holy cities in other civs to your religion, as Byzantium's Taxis ability will make those cities easier for you to conquer. You can't go back to Constantinople, so how will you lead Byzantium in Sid Meier's Civilization 6?
All right. Well, there's that. Wow. Like I said, I really like the cohesion of all of his bonuses. They fit really, really well together. You're going to get free, heavy cavalry units that do full damage to cities that are converted, that get converted easier by killing units. You do have the ship. Again, if it's close enough to the coast, that ship will help you kill those units and presumably convert the city, that way as well. I don't know that you want to necessarily play on an island map specifically because I think the strength is more on the cavalry side than the ship side. The ship's just kind of a nice extra. But yeah, definitely any of those coastal cities along a continental coast or something like that will definitely get a big benefit from that Dromon as well early in the game especially. And another strategy, I've used this strategy before in the past, and it's a little bit of it kind of feels a little cheap. I'm not gonna lie, but a good strategy, I assume it still works. I don't think they've patched this out. Is convert the city, or can take the city, convert the city. Whichever order you want to do that in. But anyway, basically, get a city that's convert it, whatever, however you want to do that, and then give the city back. And by giving the city back, let's say I've shown this before. Let's say a civilization has 5 cities, just to make the math easier, because you want a majority religion to be able to get religious control over that civilization. You can't conquer 3 of them, or at the very least, you conquer a couple of them and whatever, stuff like that. If you do take the city and you still want to run a religious game, if you decide the domination game's not in your in the cards, then just give those 3 cities back that you took, or something like that. And suddenly they have a majority of your religion because they have those cities back. It's a little bit of a cheap, kind of silly way of doing it, maybe. So maybe I could still understand if somebody doesn't want to go that path, but it's definitely, I think, a way to take a city, and then if you do decide to go religion, you have a bunch of cities that are converted to your religion. You can give those back to different civilizations to give you that majority or help with that majority. You still have to do a little bit of conversion yourself, usually, but it definitely can help a little bit, kind of tip you over that edge. But I think, personally, I would have a lot more fun going a domination victory with this guy, using my religion and some of those beliefs that I mentioned that can really help with a religion victory, or help with a domination victory that I just almost never take personally. Use religion to really kind of go alongside your military units and help, take over, the world, so to speak, and just go for a domination victory. I think a domination victory would be really fun with him, but obviously a religion victory is definitely within his realm. I don't say anything for culture, really. I'm not saying you can't. Every civilization can play. I stand by the statement: every civilization can win any victory type except for Congo and religion. That's the one because they legitimately cannot win that one. But every civilization can win any victory type. Some do it way easier than others. So yes, can you go culture? Can you go science? Can you go diplomacy? Sure, but why? Like, right? I mean, all of your bonuses speak domination or religion, and so in those contexts, I don't see any reason why you would want to go for any other victory type because I think you're gonna have too much fun with those. So I like this guy a lot. This guy looks like he's gonna be a lot of fun to play. I'm really looking forward to Gaul, but if they don't just jump out at me like this is amazing, this might be the first of these two packs that I play because this looks like a lot of fun. So let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below about this civilization, the New Frontier Pass so far, or anything related to any of this stuff. How do you think this is going to play? What would you do? Any thoughts that you have? Please let me know if you like this video because that helps me know that you want to see more of these. Also, I'm going to a little bit more low tech this time around, just try to get the video out a little bit quicker. Usually, I go a little bit more. I actually pull the recording into Visual or no, too much work today into Adobe Premiere, and you don't see this whole bar and all this stuff. It's literally I cut in the pauses in the things like that and take screenshots. I go pretty overboard with a lot of these videos, probably more overboard than I need to because you guys probably just want to hear what I'm having to say about it. So I went a little bit more low tech this time around. Please let me know if that bothers you. If it does, I might go back to the other thing. But if this is okay with you, it helps me get these videos out a lot quicker, especially on a day like today where I was working all day and I couldn't quite get to this video. I do appreciate you guys watching, though. May God bless you. And I do hope you join me again next time for Gaul. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you and goodbye.